Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Play with Joy Taylor. Thanks so much for joining me. Make sure that you hit subscribe and follow us on social at the Daily Play Joy Taylor. Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals was another banger. The MVP showed up in full form. Jared McCain was putting up numbers. It was a bounce-back game for OKC from a Game 4 loss, the highest scoring game for either team so far in what has been an amazing series. And the Thunder were in control for most of the game. The Spurs did hang in there and make it a ball game, but they completely frustrated Victor Wembanyama, the Thunder did, holding him to 4 of 15 shooting. After the loss, Spurs coach Mitch Johnson pointed to the minute details that cost San Antonio the game. He said, I just felt like it was a little bit of everything in terms of what we did not put ourselves in position enough to be successful on each possession. And so to be a team of this caliber in their building with the stakes will need to be a lot better to give yourself a chance. The Thunder were capitalizing on all of the Spurs mistakes. And that's what great teams with a lot of experience do. You're not going to win not playing your best, especially when a team like OKC is locked in the way that they are right now, because they know it's on the line. The pressure is on OKC at the moment. They're the villains. They're trying to get back to and win another championship, and the Spurs have just arrived. So it did feel like Wemby was trying to check back into the game. He was leading a players-only meeting mid-game during the TV timeout. He's definitely, obviously, always motivated and an inspired player, but you can't start out slow. You can't not be the leader and be giving it 100% speed energy-wise when you are in a game like this, especially on the road. Now you've got Game 6 in San Antonio, but, this could be the series. So whatever you had left in the tank, you've got to give it every single time when it comes to the postseason. Again, the Spurs are the newer team here, the younger team. They're led by young players, but you saw the difference when a team like OKC locks in at home. And that's what made it end up a 127-114 Thunder victory. I love this series. I've really enjoyed it. Now that the Knicks series is over and it's all the men's basketball that we have, they've been giving us shows, and it's been blow for blow, which I'm really grateful for. And I hope that the Spurs push it to a Game 7, because there's nothing I like more than a Game 7. Switching over to the W, Caitlin Clark is back after an injury-riddled 2025 season. She sat out a game last week, though, due to back soreness. And she has acknowledged that a lack of confidence in her body may have played a part. She said, I think at the end of the day, it's me and my confidence. Coming back from injury and having however many soft tissue injuries is a real mental challenge. Yes, I played USA basketball this offseason, but I didn't play 32 minutes, super physical. That's the difference for me right now, but I feel great. I think a lot of times it's for me, it's the next day, understanding how my body feels and understanding it a little bit better. Obviously, your adrenaline's pumping. You don't always understand right after the game. Overall, I feel good, just continuing to take care of my body. This doesn't surprise me. She is someone that all eyes are on her. I mean, she has climbed to the face of women's sports, essentially, and everyone is excited to see her back on the court. But it takes time to respond to any injury, but especially injuries like that, nagging injuries that you feel like could pop back off at any moment. And, we don't talk about the mental side of coming back from injuries enough. Yes, obviously you can be physically cleared and ready to go, but that doesn't mean that your mind has connected to the fact that, you're safe and your body is in good enough shape to push it and push through any kind of pain. And the anxiety of that is a real thing, even for the best of the best. So I am not surprised that she said this. I'm not surprised that she's still learning to trust herself. It'll get better as the season goes on, but I'm glad she talked about it, because this is something that when we talk about injuries, we expect, once an athlete is cleared, to just be locked back in. And you have to learn to trust your body again. You don't want to tweak something. You don't want to overcompensate. And that seems to be where she is right now in her, returning to the court journey. Switching over to football, the Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald is trying to switch up a little bit of the vernacular of an iconic sports phrase. He's feeling great coming off of the Seahawks' very dominant Super Bowl 60 win over the Patriots, which has come up with some new messaging for the team. He said, we're using this term, we want to run it forward. It's meaning our process and who we are. I think it's going to be something that we're going to talk about consistently. I don't think it's a one and done type of conversation. Really, it's just how we talk, how we operate all the time. It's something that we're having conversations with our team and our units every day about who we want to be and how we want to do things. And this situation is no different. So that's where our minds are, giving us the freedom to move forward, have the kind of space to make each new phase of our year our own and unique to us. There's a balance, thinking about picking up where they left off versus starting from scratch. But again, I've been really pleased with everybody's work. Haven't sensed an ounce of complacency, and that's been really positive. Look, everybody has their mantras. Everybody has their themes at the beginning of each year. A coach is always trying to remix things to make sure that he doesn't get stale or start to sound uninteresting to the guys. I like this. Obviously, what they did last year worked. They shut up a lot of people, including myself, because I did not see this coming. And I think it's great that they have established a culture and energy and a way of doing things. And yeah, I mean, obviously, usually you hear people talk about running it back, but you don't want to get complacent. You don't want to think that what you did last year will necessarily work this year. You'll be facing different opponents. People will be getting back healthy. People have tape on you now. They know what your tendencies are. They've been studying you off season. You're going to have to bring some new stuff and build on what you had last year. So I like this. I know it's just a team saying, but I think the mentality that they had all season long really matched what they did well on the field. And if they're going to be competing again for a championship, which I think they're poised to do, then you always want to be evolving, but build on what was successful for you and what your identity is. So I can't wait for the NFL season to get rolling. Thanks for joining me. For more on this and other top stories of the day, tune into The Daily Play with Joy Taylor at urban1podcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.